I asked Tom Hanks for his autograph, and all he wrote was, "Thanks." You probably know the old Hollywood definition of success, which starts with your signature becoming an autograph. Don't stare at me, just ask for my autograph. In today's digital age, it seems like all the handwriting you use is your signature, but you use it extensively. Everyone wants you to sign something, and if you want to change your signature, you've got to go through a complicated process with all the financial institutions to update your new identity. What's the point? Is there a deeper meaning? Of course there is. Is Big Brother collecting data about you based on your signature? He might. But here's the trick. Unlike your handwriting, your signature reveals the persona you want the world to see, i.e., the personality you want to be. It's not the real, deep you. Watch the full video as we unravel the secrets of your signature, give you some quick tips on how to master the art of reading a character just by their signature, and tell you a little about yourself. Like, share, and comment on the video. When you subscribe to our channel, you become a valuable member of a highly knowledgeable community filled with information from both the inner and outer spaces of human existence. Let us first explain in more detail what a persona is. In psychology, the persona is the personality that an individual projects onto others and is not the authentic self. It is said that it takes a lifetime to recognize one's authentic self, or a few of them. The term was coined by the famous Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung, a student of Freud's who analyzed the unconscious and how it is shaped by world mythologies, fairy tales, and archetypes. He adopted the name from Latin, where it was used to describe theatrical masks worn by Etruscan mimes. In Jung's system of archetypes, persona refers to how we interact with our environment and reflects the role we play or want to play in life. With our persona, we find a compromise between our inner psychological profile and society. In this way, we adapt to the demands of our many communities. This is the reason why signatures almost always look completely different from a person's writing. Have you noticed that? And do you remember when you chose your signature? When you learn letters, it's the first thing you do. Maybe at the age of 3, you wrote your name on the wall of your family's house. Many children do this because their parents need a new coat of paint, and we all know how a child always pushes his surroundings in the right direction. So your loving parents painted the walls and left only a small part of your room covered with your child's awkward handwriting, with all the C's and R's written backwards. When you were 5 years old, you already signed all your drawings and the C was still written backwards, while the R got a break in the right direction. Then, when you started school and had to sign your name on pretty much everything, someone in the class brought a notebook, wrote "our signatures" on it, and passed it around the class for a whole year. You all had fun watching the writing change over time. Some kids changed their signatures more, others less, but not a single signature remained the same on the last page as it was on the first. And when you were about 13 years old, you decided what you wanted your signature to look like, and with exceptions, you did not really change it. It became one of the many automatisms we use in real life. But if you think about it, there's no good reason why you should not double-check your signature as an adult. Yes, it may cause you some difficulties with banks and other institutions, but that is, after all, the point of any system. And from a psychological point of view, you can only benefit from matching your teenage signature with your adult mind. That being said, write down your signature and let us check what it says about you and others. Are you ready? If your signature is easily legible, which is not very often, you are socially open, honest, and straightforward. You are willing to let others know who you are because you have nothing to hide. On the other hand, if no one can tell your name from your signature, it indicates that you are very secretive and like to keep others in the dark. Even if you talk for hours, you will never reveal anything about yourself. Sometimes it also means you are hiding something, and sometimes you are just arrogant and self-important, like surgeons who need a few egotistical traits so they don't get overwhelmed by empathy and lose their grip when they operate on you. But if you are not saving people's lives, ask yourself why you are so full of yourself. What are you hiding? We know you are hiding somewhere deep there. Do you use embellishments when you sign? They are very revealing because you use them to draw attention to the dominant part of your persona. The more embellishments you use, the more complicated you are or want to appear. And the plainer your signature is, the more casual you are. If you like to underline your name, It shows that you strive for responsibility and importance. But it may also be that you lack confidence and have a strong desire for status and recognition. A long stroke at the end of a signature is a sign of determination, drive, and perseverance, while a period betrays strong self-confidence and seriousness, and is considered a sign of a strong leader. We know who the boss is. Period. When it comes to size, things get a little controversial. One study showed the correlation with large signatures, narcissism, and holding the truth. Well, only in the case of the CFOs who were subjected to the signature analysis. It turned out that the CFOs with the largest signatures were more likely to bend the truth. Specifically, they were more likely to misreport company profits or lose internal controls. They also exhibited a lot of narcissistic qualities. I know you are going to check your CFO's signature now. Don't worry, if your signature is also big, it does not necessarily mean you're a narcissist. And even if you were, you would not believe us. But it does mean you have a big, fat, maybe healthy sense of self. And you love attention. Go do something important with all that confidence and shine, you big dreamer. People with small signatures can only dream of your attitude or work on it, which is what I would advise you to do. Because a small letter size reflects a lower self-esteem. You find it difficult to assert yourself. You are quiet, shy, and possibly withdrawn. But you are also meticulous and can concentrate well. If the letters are extremely small, you may be a bit selfish and stingy. Medium size shows a balance of modesty and appreciation. You are a balanced and adaptable person. It is good to have you on board. Another feature that is very revealing is the angle. If it is ascending, that is rising, you are ambitious, optimistic, and creative, eagerly looking to the future and planning. If it is descending, your glass is always half empty. You are a born pessimist, skeptical of the world and people around you. In meetings and gatherings, you are cautious and tend to weigh the risks carefully when deciding which path to take. A straight signature on a blank sheet is a sign of balance and control. Even if there were no lines on the paper, you could imagine them. This shows that you have a good grasp of things, a sense of organization and visualization, and that you are independent. These are also the signs of a true leader. Another feature is the placement in relation to the signature area. A signature on the left speaks of someone who's attached to the past and withdraws in public. Perfect in the middle is a sign of self-importance and the need for attention. One to the right means you're looking to the future. This is all interesting, I hear you say, but what if I don't sign my full name? What can you tell me about myself then? Listen carefully. If your sign is incomplete and you only use initials, experts assume you're extremely secretive and keep to yourself. Signing only a nickname, on the other hand, reveals that you're independent and have confidence in your own abilities. Besides, if you write only big capital letters, you are proud with great self-esteem and know how to make yourself noticed. However, if your last name is more legible than your first name, you are careful and think twice before jumping off. Also, you like to think after you make a move. Analysts say you hold back when it comes to being familiar with others until you get to know them better. But if your first name is easier to read, it suggests you are approachable, direct, and friendly. How are you doing? Did we hit the nail on the head? Watch the video again and compare as many signatures as you like. Remember that a persona is what you show to the outside world and how you want to be perceived. If you are not happy with the results, you know what you have to do. Change your signature. You have all the guidance in your hands. Share the video and comment with your friends. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and be the first to know about our discoveries that will change your perception of the world in and around you.